Hello, Daniel. In your last video, you talked about the snowflake method, and at the end of the video, you asked if anybody else knew methods such as the snowflake method. And while I've never heard of another method, I think I'd like to introduce you to the Cait method of writing, because I'm awesome. Suck on that, bitch. The Cait method begins with patiently waiting for an idea, because my ideas come at the most random times, like when I'm in the shower. Or when I'm trying to sleep. I suggest always sleep with a notebook right next to you. That way, if you come up with a crazy idea in the middle of the night, you can half asleep, write down your crazy idea, and then just sleep, and in the morning, laugh at the idea you came up with because it sucks. After waiting a very, very long time for some stupid idea to come up, it is time to plan. This is where the stupid idea becomes something that you may actually like. I know it sounds crazy, actually liking something that you're writing, but it's possible, I swear, if you follow the Cait method. So, you finally got this crazy idea, and you sit down and you think, it's time to plan. Now, Dan, you can do some fancy schmancy thing with writing out 15 words and then turning that into a paragraph and turning that into a few pages and blah, 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 blah. I'm kidding, Dan. I swear, I'm going to actually use the snowflake method. I find it really useful. This is where I use little writing tricks. I like to really get to know my characters before I care too much about the actual plot. So what I do is first I write out a character interview, which includes things like name, age, height, weight, ethnicity, blah, 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 and then more interesting things like dreams, goals, what they want to be when they grow up, stuff like that. And recently, Dan, you sent me a really cool character profile sheet that I will be using. And so I filled that out to get a basic idea of my characters. And then from there, I like to do something that actually sounds a little bit weird, but it's fun, I swear. What you do is write, "Dear," your name, and then you write a letter to yourself, signed, your character. So basically, you're writing a letter to yourself from your character's point of view, and then, get this, you respond to your character. It actually helps a lot with forming your character's voice. The way that people write letters is very personal, and getting that personal aspect of your character helps a lot. And then the next part of the Cait method is to figure out plot. And that's where the tons and tons of pages of notes were that you saw in my notebook in a previous video. So you figure out your plot. So you figure out an idea. You have your characters. You have a plot. And then you write. And that is the Cait method. I hope you enjoyed it, Daniel. Adios.